Hey everybody, this is a video that's going to focus on just the very basics of creating a blog post in your Edublogs account. So in order to do that, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have logged in to your specific Edublogs dashboard. You'll know that you're in because up in the upper right hand corner, it's going to say your name and your username. You should also have the name of your blog here at the top. So I'm on my dashboard. I'm going to navigate over onto the left-hand side and I'm going to look at posts. You'll notice when I hover over posts, it gives me 4 options. All posts, add new, categories, and tags. Categories and tags are going to be in a different advanced video. For right now, you'll notice that all posts and add new, it's pretty straightforward. If you just want to add a new post, you can do it this way. You can also click on all posts where it will show you all of your posts. And then if you want to actually add a new post, it will be up here in the add new button. Now, when you are on your all posts tab, many of you will notice that there is already a post that is here and available. If you hover over that, you'll notice that you also have some options here. You can edit it. There's a quick edit option. You can delete this post or you can view the post. You'll also be able to see that currently this is an uncategorized post without any tags. You'll also be able to see what date that it was published. What I would advise you to do is I would advise you to go ahead and delete that post. Just click trash and make it go away. That way, everything that you're starting with is just brand new and all you. We're going to go ahead and go up and click the Add New Post button. When you click Add New, it's going to clearly take you to a different screen, and there is a pop-up that will show you about the block editor. The biggest thing that you need to know is that in WordPress, every paragraph, image, or video is presented as a block of content. So if you look at this particular image that's here, the header that's up at the top, you'll notice that it's kind of a grayed out box. That's a block. You'll notice that this one, it has a little icon that looks like in video. That would be its own block. You'll notice that there's a block that has an image. They're side by side. There's a way to add columns for blocks. This one, that's the symbol for a paragraph. That would be where you would be adding text. You can make every block inside your blog your own. So every block comes with its own set of controls for things like changing the color and width and alignment. They will show and hide automatically when you have a block selected, and I'll be able to show you that more here in just a second. There are lots of different things that are in the block library. Anytime that you see this plus icon, anywhere on your screen when you're editing a blog post, if you click that, it's going to bring up a series of options for you. Options like, again, this is your paragraph symbol, so that's the same as adding text. You'll notice you have an option of adding a bullet pointed list. This little thing is a quote, and I'll explain kind of how to use that. You have an image here. This is a gallery of images where you can create more than one image that really sits in the same space. This one is a video. Again, I will show you a few more later. You're also going to have the ability to explore some of those different block types, and there will also be more that are discussed in the more advanced video. Finally, when it comes to your block editor, the best thing that you can do, there's going to be a detailed guide that is here. You'll notice that there's lots of different things that are here, screenshots and guides. This is going to be available for you from your teacher in terms of working with your blog, but we know that many of you like to be able to just see what's going on. So let's get started. In my editor for a blog post, you'll notice that in my upper left-hand corner, this is W, is how I would get back to all of my posts. If I want to add a new block, I can click that add button. You'll notice I have the ability to undo anything that I've done. I have the ability to look at different tools that are available to me. Over in the upper right-hand corner, I have the chance to preview my post. I can publish my post. Then there are all sorts of different settings that you can choose from. For this basic blog post video, and for a basic post for you to publish, very little of all of these options do you need to be worried about. The biggest one is that you need to make sure that the visibility is public, that it stays on publish immediately. Then we're going to talk about what to do when you click your publish button. You'll notice that it's prompting me to add a title. We always want to make sure that we have good creative titles. So this is going to be a how-to guide to Edublog posts because that's exactly what I'm working with. Then you'll notice it says start writing or type, choose a block. So I'm actually just going to click right there in that white space. Nothing else is changing, but I can see that my cursor is right here. So if I'm ready to go ahead and start editing, then I can. When you're doing this, if you've got something written, as soon as I hover over my block, which you can see is grayed out with this grayed out line, then I have a bunch of options that are available to me. I can change my block type. I can change things in terms of their alignment. I can make them bold, italics. I can hyperlink text. If you click this down arrow, you'll notice you can add in codes. You can add an image that would be in line with your text, strike it through, or choose your text color. You also have these 3 dots, which means that you've got even more information and things that you have available to you. Duplicate means that you're duplicating that same block of information. Insert before, remember that plus sign is just what creates a block. So if I click that insert before, it's going to create a space for me to have a block in front of this piece of text. If I click insert after, it's going to create a block after that piece of text. The other thing that you can do when you're in here is as soon as I click enter, if I'm finished writing something, so if I'm hitting enter to create a new paragraph, that in and of itself will create a new block for me as well. If I want to start choosing some different things for a block, you'll notice it'll always have this grayed out start writing or type / choose a block. Anytime I click in there, that text will go away, my cursor will be available, and over here on the right-hand side will be my plus sign. Let's say that I really wanted to add an image to the top of this particular blog post. I would go over and click this plus sign. Now you'll be able to see these are all of those things that are available to you, and there are so many that we are not going to get into right now, and that's okay. If I click image, then you'll notice that I have the ability to choose from lots of different things. Let's say I want to go grab an image and really I want just an Edublogs icon. Here it is. I'm going to right click on it, and I can click copy image address. If I go back to, I can insert from URL, paste in my URL, and click apply. And there's my image. I can now change the alignment. So if I want to align it center, I can. I can use these buttons to make it larger or smaller. I can also add a little caption. I can even hyperlink my caption. So now I've got an image in my blog. Let's say I wanted to add something different. Let's say that I wanted to add a list. I wanted to talk about different things there were in Edublogs. So like creating posts, creating pages, creating the appearance. Because we know that people like when things are separated visually for them in a blog, you can do it that way. You'll notice again, I can change that block style or type. I can choose between bullet points and numbers. I can, if I wanted this to be nested under that, I can use one of my buttons here if I had a sub list that was going on. All of these things that are available to me here. Some of you that are paying close attention to my screen have also noticed that there are advanced options. There are all sorts of things that are happening over here on the left-hand side, or sorry, on the right-hand side. For right now, I don't want you to worry about any of that. Let's go ahead and create one more thing. So what I want to do now is this time I want to actually go and I want to create a quote. So when you think about pulling in a quote, what that's going to be is something that you really want to stand out in your particular blog. So as soon as I click that, one of the hallmarks of a block like this is this solid black line. And I could go and find a quote about Edublogs. So if I found a quote, I would go ahead and I would go and I would copy that quote in. So this one specifically, there wasn't somebody who is being credited for this quote. So I'm going to go ahead and type it in as anonymous. If you knew who the quote was by, you would put their name there. So I've got my quote formatted again. I've got all these different options available to me. You'll notice there's lots of styles that are available. And as soon as I click off of it, it's just this line that is going to make it a quote, but it's going to stand out for how to put this in your blog. So we'll take a look at what that's going to look like as well. So when you're done, you've got some basic things created. You've written a paragraph or two. You've got maybe some lists, some different things that you've done. You've made this an engaging space for your audience. Then it's going to be time to publish. In the upper right-hand corner is your publish button. As soon as you click publish, it'll say, are you double, triple, quadruple sure that you are ready? Which means you want everything to be done right the first time. Obviously, you can go back and change things if needed. You just want it to be public and you want it to publish immediately. And then when you're ready, you click publish. It'll give you a sign to let you know that it's going. Then what's awesome is right here is where you're going to be able to see not only is your post now live, which you need, you'll notice that there's a specific post address. So if you're submitting this particular blog link to a specific location, all you have to do is click copy link. Then when you open a new tab and paste it in, this is what your blog looks like. So remember, I chose the theme in my first video. Then if I scroll down, this is my post that I just created. Again, you'll notice that it tells me when it was happening. It tells me who posted it, has my image and everything that I created. You'll notice that that quote now kind of stands out from the rest of the text. That's it for the basics of creating a blog post here on Edublogs. You can find more information on our more advanced videos at a later time.